It's coming back up, is clubhouse storage. And we got an estimate at one point in time in the drawing of putting a closet in that corner over there and a countertop coming across with storage underneath, primarily for the tables and chairs that we have. We've been storing them back in the hallway, blocking the ladies' room. And it just seems very easy and possible to do something like this at a very low cost, and it would protect the chairs and tables that we have. And it's just something that we are proposing. We have an estimate.
Well, we do have an estimate, but I think it's 5 years old. We need to go back and get new estimates, and need to get one other thing. There's people in this room that have got technical skills. Okay? We'd like your advice on what to do. In fact, I think 5 years ago you gave me advice on it in regards to a counter. All right? And anyway, that's only phase one. Yeah, let's get our tables and chairs in the right place. What was recommended by both contractors we had out at that time was right back there where Bob Campbell's sitting. He said, that's a dead corner. And that they could actually put a two-tier cabinet and put everything in there. Bob, I didn't mean you personally.
Keep moving, Bob.
Jody, give him mouth to mouth or something. All right, but anyway, then come across with a counter, and above the counter, and this is where Mike takes over, we need to get in the 21st century.
Oh, yes, we do.
All right, at this point, what we'd like to do in here is we want to add a television for several reasons. For example, I have some photos. We've done walk-arounds of the property. If we had a TV that actually had some technology with it, I could actually show you the photos of things that need to be done around here without you actually having to go up on the roof or go walking the lodge yourself. So what I'm proposing is that we authorize the board to spend up to $1,000 for TV, mount, cable, and if we need any other gear with it, that will give us the ability. Also, somebody wants to come down here and have a group of people watch the Super Bowl, for God's sakes. But particularly when we're doing meetings, we can post agendas, we can show you photos. We're trying to explain something, particularly as we get into this water project. We're going to need to be showing you all photos and documents and drawings and things like that to try to explain some of this stuff orally.
You can put all on the website, by the way, you know.
Right, but when I've got people here for a meeting, I understand that, we will do that. I think that's a good point, but when you've got people here for a meeting, they can see it. So that's what I'm proposing to do.
No, this is something we're proposing. We're going to work on plans. We'll discuss it some more.
Go ahead. So we can start looking for it. I think that's a good idea. Again, we need expertise. You mentioned the guy,
Yeah, my neighbor, that's what he does for a living.
and he's here.
814, he's here on the weekends, so you all have Dawn maybe get his number, because that's what he does as a career. He sets up all television and...
Right. Yep. And I'll get the name and number from you. Also, for example, Steve called in. We're using this tiny Bluetooth speaker. Let's get a TV in here where somebody can either FaceTime or Skype in here and actually get some decent quality audio. You can hear them. We've got board members who do travel or on the road. This way we can have decent board meetings, et cetera, and have some good participation. But what I'm proposing though for the board is that we give them a budget of up to $1,000, and we'll come back to the next meeting and tell them what we can do for up to $1,000 to get this done.
Okay, you're talking about the cabinets and...
No, I'm talking about just the TV and associated hardware.
Well, may I modify that a little bit? I'd recommend you 1,000 so we can start looking to become a cost a tremendous deal. We buy it. Okay. On the other hand, I think we also should initiate a study on what's the best thing to do. Okay, and that your skills are needed. Okay. Yeah. No. Not the guy behind you. No. Okay. But I really want to appreciate your input. Nick knows the guy. All right. You got a guy here.
Are you talking about David Parrish?
No, well, that's another, but
There's
I'm
another
talking
one.
about George Dotson, 814.
Okay. Well, we have two people that are very techno-savvy about doing presentations and a lot of that. So we'd like to incorporate them in this as advising.
Okay.
But we need a budget to do it.
All right. You wanna start off with $1,000?
Fine with me.
Start studying?
I think this is too small myself. But I would-
Joan, just so you know, and let me walk down so everybody can kind
Yeah.
of see this a little bit better. That cabinet there, the one proposal was, should slide right underneath the counter with room to add more cabinets if we want to. Okay, so you'd have the cabinet over there and all that space to put additional stuff in. Now, the other concern was, what are we gonna do with the books? Okay, there's room right there to put books. And we can get the puzzles into another container. Okay, we could also put another one if we need it for the books right over there. So that all can be taken care of. The truth is of the matter, yeah, we can put it there too. We're gonna lose, I think, the space that will be in better shape insofar as lost space than we are now. That thing back there, the center section of it, it may as well be a boat anchor. Okay, and the television in it is a boat anchor too. Let's get up to the 21st century. Okay? Anyway, that's kind of the thought there. But that's not all. There's going to be other things we're going to see in here. Anything else, Mike?
Nope, that does it.
You want to make a motion then?
Motion to authorize spending up to $1,000 to put a television system in here, mount it on the wall, get cables, and whatever technology we need to present, to show photos, documents, et cetera, on the TV so people can actually see what's going on.
I'll second that.
Agreed.
Agreed? Steve?
Excuse me, if
Steve?
you're gonna put up the TV, are we gonna have access to this room if we wanna come in and watch a ball game?
Yes.
Yes,
Steve,
Who
are you
has
there?
the key for that?
I didn't hear how much the ticket was for.
1,000.
He means like in the evening, I would assume, not during the day.
Not to exceed what amount?
1,000.
Any ball game, there's a ball game every weekend.
1,000, you're saying?
Yes.
Who's gonna have the key? I wanna come watch a foot game at 7 o'clock. We can't come in after 7. Gotta watch it 8.
Yeah.
What are you doing? One
Any,
person.
Steve, yea or nay?
Aye. How about aye?
Yes.
Hey, this gentleman's got a valid point. We got to come up with a process, and Dawn, I bounce that one to you, that perhaps if an individual wants to reserve this for, say, a 7 o'clock football game, that arrangements are made to loaning a key or whatever to get in here.
You can sign out a key from the office.
Okay?
That's not a problem, so someone's responsible, that's, you know, as long as you have access to
Sign
it.
it
Yes.
out, sign it back in.
Everyone has access, this is your clubhouse.
At one point, they were.
But we're not gonna give everybody,
Are renters gonna be
Okay.
disallowed? You're gonna have,
you can check out a key.
You can have access to this
Yes.
on the weekend at night if I wanted to use it on a Saturday night.
Sure, it's your clubhouse.
Good. All right.
Okay.
had renters, are they not gonna be allowed to use it? You got families coming down here?
We don't know, we just talked about this a minute ago. My recommendation was up to me, owners only.
I mean, you just approved it for $1,000, but you gotta have some guidelines to.
You're right, and we need to come up with a policy on that. We don't have one right now. We've got some good input on it, we'll think about it and get back to you.
And offhand,
It has to be very
offhand, the
well
policy is
situated.
gonna be, you
Owners
can
only.
sign the key out.
That makes sense.
It'd be a lock and amount.
The only problem that I said is if I sign the key out
Yes.
All right, move on.
and you want to watch something that night also,
There's
this is not my clubhouse anymore?
What did you, want to argue about what channel?
First come, first serve.
There you go.
First come, first served.
There you go.
Okay, folks, let's move on.
And you
Attention, please, we got a ways to go.
come in, come in. I rented it. You can't, no, right.
That's Dawn and Bill. Folks, we can cover this one quickly. Time out. I don't care if you are from Italy and you can break my legs. I've been there. They threatened my life a few times.
That's a slur.
That's inappropriate.
Okay, anyway, listen, we've got a two-phase insofar as the hurricane preparedness. One, First Service Residential was furnishing kind of a generic package, you know, batteries, lights, that kind of stuff. And secondly, we years ago put together a package for Ocean Tower, it's specific. Okay, what do you do with the elevators and the generators and all this kind of stuff? That needs updating. Okay, we gotta do some work on that. But anyway, that package needs to be ready for hurricane season, which is coming up. I'm not gonna walk through this whole thing because it's gonna be revised anyway. If anybody wants to make input in regards to what we should do, it's welcome. Yeah, I thought this was distributed. This went to the board. Go.
So what we're doing is working on a plan.
Absolutely.
And the plan is going to be something along the lines of hurricane watch. We expect you to have your shutters closed. Hurricane warning, we expect you to leave. This island is supposed to be evacuated. If you choose to stay, that's your personal issue. The elevator's going to the top floor and it's going to be shut off. And you're on your own.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Judy?
Yeah, you know, when we got the condominium, the police came in here and they watched you to get out before the hurricane was supposed to come here. It wasn't about to stay here. If your car was here, it's gotta go.
So we need to establish a policy along those guidelines.
Well, we do have a policy right now, we need to update it.
Okay. And another issue is people don't close their shutters according to the rules. Now, if we've got to go in, and then they call from New York, Connecticut, oh, can you close my shutters?
Then they should be charged, then.
Well, we have the ability to charge them $100 to close their shutters.
Yeah.
So we have that rule in effect.
That's
But
a
all of this
two-phase
needs-
thing, but if I could jump in here. When we worked on getting 100% shutters, I kind of gunned that. Okay? Look at your own shutters. I should look at my shutters. All of us look at our shutters. I'll guarantee you, you're going to find a significant percentage are not in good working order. It is hell on wheels to get these things shut for people. Okay? So we have added also into our rules here. If you have to shut my shutters, I'm not only going to pay the $100 fine, I'm going to pay for the repairs. Look at your shutters, for God's sakes. Okay? It's going to be too late when the winds come.
I will add in 2004, I was here a couple days before the hurricanes helping close up. There was a person on the third floor who shall remain nameless. We could not get their shutters closed. They had not been closed in a decade. And those shutters were open and those windows blew in during the storm. We could not get them open. Do we inspect them?
Yeah.
I
We
remember
have.
correctly when we did the painting here, when we had our volunteers, we went into each unit and closed the shutters, opened the shutters for painting, and we made notations of that, and most of those owners with bad shutters were notified. Is that correct, Ed? And they, I don't know if they all acted on it at that time, but I know a lot did.
And here's another issue. If your shutters are not closed, the windows blow in, the rain comes down, that's negligence, and the insurance companies don't have to cover it. All right, that's hurricane preparedness. We're working on that plan. Let's go to status of 107. What happened with Unit 107 was it was sold on the courthouse steps, if you will, online. The people offered $105,000, which the bank, that's a ballpark, right? 105, and the bank accepted it. They did not close on it because they did not know the final cost, what's owed to us. And we didn't know the exact number, so we could not give it to them. The number is close to $30,000, what's owed to us in back assessments, repairs, and legal fees. And I'm rounding things off, $30,000. We need to put a number out there so a potential buyer will know that we are willing to accept, say, $25,000. So now the cost would be $105 for the bank and $25 to pay us off. So a potential buyer would know that. And all of these numbers are negotiable, but we have to put out a number, in my opinion, that we are willing to accept. So that if you want to buy it, you know it's $105 plus $25. To make
Is
it,
it with a realtor?
is it with a realtor now?
Yeah.
It should be with Man. Man knows
Well,
it.
you have to include his commissions.
What condition is it in?
It needs paint and carpet.
And a new bed.
Actually, a lot of things are new. There's a new water heater, new AC unit, new closet doors.
Needs a new bathroom.
Eddie, how did that 107 get to the courthouse steps?
It was repossessed by the bank, or not
The bank, bank took title, it was put up for auction.
They foreclosed on us.
If Meehan has it, what number are they asking for the unit now?
Who?
If Meehan Realty has it, what number are they asking for the unit now?
Well, we had it listed for 150.
159.9.
We had it listed for 159.
What happens with the extra money that they're gonna receive if it does sell?
Well, we're not allowed to make a profit. We're a nonprofit agency. So there's some complications there, but we had estimated 105 for the bank, 30 for us, 135, plus beachfront man's commission would have come in that ballpark. But as of now, and the person who did bid on it and got it, lost his $5,000 deposit because he did not close on it. Now, he's still able to close. If he finds out we're willing to take $25,000, he might close on it. But to me, to make it fair to anyone who wants to purchase it, they need to know how much we want. Now they know the bank will take 105. We need to tell them that we'll take 25.
So that's gonna be done?